Hello, Steve from F1MOTO here. Today we're going to talk about crankshafts, and specifically long rod crankshafts. After many conversations with customers and potential customers, it's become clear to me that the general part buying public doesn't really fully understand the technicalities and the reason behind doing the long rod crankshafts. So the most popular misconception about long rod crankshafts is that it changes the capacity of the engine. This is totally false. No matter what length of the conrod, whatever you change there, the capacity will stay the same on the engine because the capacity is the bore and the stroke of the engine. The only thing that changes the stroke on the crankshaft is the distance from the centre of the axis of rotation of the main bearing journals and the centre axis of the big end pin. So that is the stroke of the crankshaft. You have to change that big end pin offset to change the stroke. We are not doing that. What we are doing is we are changing the length from the centre of the conrod big end to the centre of the conrod small end. The reason for doing this is a number of reasons actually, but primarily with a longer crankshaft you're getting a longer stationary period of the piston at top dead centre when it reaches top dead centre. So as the crankshaft rotates, it will reach maximum acceleration at mid-stroke, and then it will stop at bottom dead centre, and conversely as it rotates, maximum again mid-stroke coming up, and then stationary again at top dead centre. So whilst the piston is stationary, it's giving a greater pressure increase, so better combustion burn, so more efficiency, more torque, and also importantly a better leverage ratio on the crankshaft. So at mid-stroke, this conrod with a longer conrod is straighter. You haven't got so much angularity in the crankshaft, so you've got a more effective force acting on the big end pin, which results in better torque of the engine, so crisper out of the turn, better out of the starts. The other advantage of it, as we said before, the maximum acceleration is at mid-stroke. So with a longer conrod, that actually reduces the piston acceleration at that point. So theoretically, a more reliable setup makes it a win-win situation. This example here is actually a Yamaha YZ125, used to good effect last year by Cody Dice, winning the National 125 Championships. We also do one for the YZ85, which currently rider Kingsford Smith is enjoying good success with that. We have recently done one for the KTM 125, 16 model onwards, and very shortly we'll have a KX85 in development as well. So just to recap, we have them available for KX85, YZ85, KTM 125 and YZ125, and obviously as we go on we'll probably be looking at doing other models as well. So for the other thing that you change, once you change the length of the conrod, obviously that puts the piston higher. So to compensate for that, what we have here is effectively a standard deck height piston and then the custom deck height piston. So the amount of length that conrod has got longer from centre to centre, we're obviously reducing the crown height of the piston to compensate so that it doesn't hit the cylinder head. So port timing, everything else remains relatively the same. So no other changes there. If you require any further information, please don't hesitate to call 02 4631 2599, or be sure to look up our website www.f1moto.com.au.